Well, I thought I'd try this in the office at time's it now? 9:15 in the evening. But even now I see when I talk there is a fractional discrepancy between my voice and my image on the camera. Hopefully that would be resolved once it's uploaded and resynced, as most of the visiting video software provides this resync feature, and it's absolutely essential if you don't want to look like an idiot, because your voice is about half a second behind your mouth movements. But currently it's I'm quite impressed with it. It's remarkably cheap compared to some of the stuff that people like he uses. I can't see the lens, of course, because it's pointing the other way. That's Luis. He's got about, I don't know, 2.5 million followers on YouTube. So he's making vast quantities of money for talking about stuff. And he did the best thing he did was with a pilot friend of his, where they took a small single engine aircraft and flew it around the world in what was it, about 80 days, and the long haul was from Hawaii to California, which was the end leg, and that poor airplane was, I think, 1,000 pounds overweight, and they had to get the FAA to approve it, but they made it, obviously. And he's a Brit, and he's now moving with his girlfriend into Venice Beach. They've just rented an apartment or a house, I don't know what. A little extravagant, I would have thought. But there again, you know, a lot of people call his site, which is Fun for Lewis, they actually refer to it as Funds for Lewis. Because so many recently have been adverts for Sony or whomever, you know, whoever's sponsoring. Intel was the latest one. He used to use a MacBook to do all his video editing. All of a sudden Intel gave him a massive desktop computer, and now he's flogging Intel. So I suppose in a month or two Apple will give him a better machine and be flogging Apple. But either way, who cares? He makes money at it, and he's having a good time, and he's relatively young, which I'm not. One thing I've noticed, that all these vloggers, as they're affectionately known, video loggers or video bloggers, they must have incredibly good arm muscles to hold this camera arm's length while walking, talking and doing everything else. Maybe I need to do some weightlifting on this arm. Not that I intend to be using. Why am I sort of lopsided? Anyhow, not that I intend to be doing a lot myself, but it's fun to try, and I can possibly stabilize it by changing arms. Oh, that's better. Works better with my left arm. Maybe it's because I was at the gym and working out a bit. My right arm took a beating. But it's quite an interesting challenge trying to learn this stuff. And these people like Lewis here, I think his equipment list totals probably about $10,000-12,000 just for his cameras, his GoPros and his mounts and the lenses and the batteries and the disk drives and whatever else. And yet so far I got 2 GoPro clones for about 20 quid, and I got this vlogging camera for, I think it's about 32, and well, that's it so far. The other video cameras and stills that I've got, you know, like Whoops, come back. Like this one I've had forever and a day, and it does videos and it does stills, of course, and it's fine. And somewhere around here I have a selfie stick which I could actually put this on, but somehow it looks to be like you being a bit of a dork walking around with a camera on the selfie stick pointing at yourself and talking while wandering around the streets. So I can't imagine what they do around here. And I've also let me stand up a minute. Here we go. Got this compact, shall we say, tripod. See if I can pull back a bit. That's its smallest size, which is obviously not very big at all, and it'll go 3 times higher than that, plus the length of the centerpiece. So it's probably maybe 3.5, 4 foot high, which is not as high as I thought it was when I ordered it from China, of course, but it was £4.25p, free shipping. That's ridiculous. I don't know how they can make it for so cheap. Probably because they feed their employees a handful of rice a day or something, no doubt. So I'm gonna go back and edit this and see how it works out, and I'll put it on YouTube shortly so that you can all totally ignore it. Alright, bye.